So today I'm going to begin weaning off one of the litters of Holly's kits, or Holly's litter of kits rather. And I just thought I'd pop a couple of them on the scale. Nothing I really am going to track too much. I will note it down so that I have this for general reference. But they won't be separated into their own cages, so I won't have much of a way to keep track of this individual. You could if you wanted to mark it, say with nail polish or a skin marker or something like that. But we can see this is weighing in at 3 pounds and 5.8 ounces. And at 6 weeks of growth, an excellent rate of growth would be 3 to 3.25 pounds. You can see we're well over that. There is another from this litter that I had just put on the scale too that was at 3 pounds. So both of them that I put on were an excellent rate of growth. I may or may not go through and weigh the rest of them later just for curiosity, but really happy to see these weights at 6 weeks. Like, we are well on the way to hitting 5 pounds by 10 weeks, which would be your average fryer size. I do not slaughter at fryer size. I wait till 16 weeks and do a roaster size. The reason that I do that is that we just like a bigger animal. It's just a personal preference. And to us, you know, I still consistently get half-pound rates of gain every week up and through 16 weeks. And you know, the process is the same whether you're processing a 10-week-old smaller rabbit or a 16-week-old larger rabbit. Other people have different preferences in terms of meat texture and things like that. Kind of a conversation for a different day, but relates here because it relates to what track we're on, what our goal is. So again, you know, really happy with this rate of growth. These are it is a broken New Zealand bred to a red-eyed white New Zealand. So also something that I might be comparing back to some of our older records, because typically I bred this doe to a Californian buck, but the Californian buck I no longer have. I do have another replacement Californian buck up and ready. So that might be something I look at as we go along, because this is clearly a really good rate of growth, and maybe this is a great mix. But I'm also going to want to know, you know, come harvest time, how that bone to meat ratio is holding out, because I do get a great bone to meat ratio and still a great growth rate by mixing the New Zealand and the Californian. So, you know, some of the interesting things you can play with and try out. And again, you know, something we really like to see this morning. He's obviously been moving around too much at the scale while I talk, but that's that. You know, for more on this and other subjects, visit us over at meatrabbits.org. And if there's any questions or topics you'd like to see addressed, we're happy to do that. Leave them in the comments. Thank you.